of all, I don't think it's ever a good idea to try to get into a relationship with somebody,
Right.
but you still going on play dates with your ex. Like, you want somebody to accept that or understand what's going on there, because that's a little suspicious to me. So with that being said, why did you think that that was a good idea?
Thank you for throwing me the ball
I'm
like
just
that.
saying, like, I don't think it's a good idea.
No,
That's crazy to get into a new relationship, have stuff, even if it's already set up. I feel like you should take care of that first before you even think about dating somebody. Because what is the thought process with that? When I get into a relationship, I want to find somebody that's going to be comfortable with me and my ex taking our child on a play date. Who in their right mind doing that?
No, my thought process was behind it that I get to see my daughter more and more. So if that she can see her parents.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Okay, I know that you want to get into that, but
Yeah.
you already was seeing your daughter 1 week yourself. So I understand you made a decision not to be with her mother. So that's a part of breaking up with somebody.
No, exactly right.
So at the end of the day, we're not using that as an excuse, but carry
No,
on.
I'm not using it. But if you don't
Okay, go
know
ahead. Right.
that this could potentially cause it, because in my mind, I'm just thinking about me.
Okay.
Hey, I get to, she get to see her mom and dad together, I guess. And until somebody explained it to me,
Right.
which, maybe probably you had to explain to guys like, hey, how do this look to the child and the mother?
Right.
I think in my mind, it's like, hey, I get to see my daughter more.
Right.
And the mom asked me, could I go? I said, cool, I want to have that moment with my child.
Right.
But you and the mom, you can have that moment. You telling me you can have that moment by yourself.
Yes.
How does it look that all y'all on a play date together?
Right.
What is the child going to think? Oh, my mom and dad back together.
Right.
What is the, whoever
It's false
broke
hope
up.
all the way around.
Right, whoever broke up with whoever wanted to be separated, how is the other partner going to think?
Mm-hmm.
They might want to get back together, or this is a potential chance to get back together.
Right. Exactly.
So until you brung it up, I thought it was and sometimes that's why you need help. You need people to help and guide you.
Well, right,
to
because
different
you was
relationship
only thinking about
decisions.
self. You just said I was thinking about me. I was going by what I thought was best. I thought when you get into a relationship, it's not about you. It's not all about you.
Well, in that instinct, I was thinking about. I'm sorry. Then I meant to say like when it was just if you're not in a relationship. That's how I was thinking. Not in a relationship. Mm-hmm. But until you brought it to me, like, and that's why it changed when you said it. It's like, right, like. When I say I'm thinking about self, it's just like I'm not thinking about the mother or the child, how this can affect them in doing this play date stuff, like going to events and going trick-or-treating and do all this other stuff.
Right.
That aspect. You show me another aspect when you're in a relationship, you can't do this.
No.
So now it's just like this is crossing boundaries.
Because and you did do it. You did it like 3 different times when we first started dating. So it was just like, it wasn't an issue because I trusted you. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't an issue, but at the same time, it was like, okay, you already had these things planned, but at some point, you cannot keep planning this stuff. At some point, this has to stop, because from my perspective, it's like, okay, would you be okay if I just got up and said, oh, okay, me and my ex, because at that time, me and him was not divorced yet. So, I just want to take me, my ex, and the kids. We just going to go on out, go to dinner, or go wherever, Like, would that be acceptable?
No, right. Like I said, when you explained it to me, it's not. It puts a wrong type of look to it. I can't think of the word, but it put a wrong type of look out there. So I'm just here for my daughter. That the other person could be thinking the family about to get back together. It's like, no,
but
that's
my thing is, if you wanted that so bad for your daughter, you should have just stayed in that relationship for your daughter. That's how I look at that. If you wanted it that bad, or anybody, not just you, your thought process, if you want it that bad and you want to make it work so bad for your child, then stay in that relationship. But don't, like you said, you're confusing the child. The child like, oh yeah, mommy and daddy, but that's not reality. That's not the truth that you're presenting to them. That's a false hope and a false reality. And then when that just, stops, that's still damaging to the child.
No, right.
And then it looks like it's the next person's fault. It looked like it was my fault. Oh, she don't want this. No, that should have already been taken care of before I even came in the picture. Because again, that's not fair to me. That's not fair to anybody besides yourself. If you wanted your cake and eat it too, you wanted to present and have that still safe environment for your daughter and the mother. But then on the side, you wanted me. And then when your daughter come around us, it's like, that is just a lot,
No.
That is a lot.
Somebody out there probably like, hey, so, okay, I brought it to his attention, or him or her attention, but I feel in the back of my mind they're still hanging out. Or what should I do?
Right.
But I still want to keep this relationship. Let's just say, what if they got a child now together? And he has an ex-wife and a child with somebody else.
Okay.
And they still doing play dates. Somebody like, yo, okay, I said something. I put my foot down. And it still seems like he don't or she don't want to give this up.
But
what do I do?
Then if it is okay with that, like, combine it, blend it, join it. If it's nothing going on with you and your ex should be okay with now blending everything where everybody, oh, okay, you got a child with me, you got a child with her. All right, we want the siblings to know each other, then let's all get together. If that can work for you all. But at the same time, it's not no keeping it separate, and you can, again, build a relationship, have a relationship, do stuff with your child on your own. That's just as simple as that. You cannot have both. If it's not going to work for your new relationship, you have to let it go. Unless you don't want your relationship. You cannot just expect somebody to be okay with that and understand that. No. Because I'm pretty sure if the shoe was on the other foot, they would not understand it. They would not just be comfortable with somebody going out with their ex, talking about, I'm doing it for the child. Then you should have stayed with the mama. If you was doing everything for the child, you should have stayed with the mother or the father to make that work for the child. That's just as simple as that. I don't have a solution. Don't go.
Right,
that's my solution. Right? Do not go. You are in a new relationship. You cannot make those same moves.
Blend it together.
Or blend it. If most of the time that don't work. Most of the time somebody's still in their feelings, somebody bitter. It could be the new spouse that's just not comfortable with that. Like, who wants to be around somebody's ex? It could be that. Or it could be the ex that's like, who wants to be around? Like, no, I don't want to do that. So if the two parties are not, on the same page, I'm the type of person, bring them, come on, let's get together. I love it. Bring your new spouse, bring the other kids. Let's all get together and show the children that we can do this. But everybody have to be on the same page. If everybody's not on the same page, it's not going to work. Just as simple as that. I want to throw it out there that I was that person that was inviting. I invited my ex-husband and his new girl and their children. I invited your ex. People make their decisions so they can't, next thing you know, blame me and be like, it's because of her. Because that's what people like to do. They like to blame the new spouse as if it's on them. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I want people to understand and know me before other people try to come and tarnish people's names and come against people's characters. It's a proven fact that I've tried to get people together, not be divided as we are now.
No, right, definitely.
Okay, how you feel?
No, feel good. I was just letting you talk.
Yes, because
and try to help other people that might be going through this same situation,
right?
Or figure out, because there's a lot of people having babies, a lot of people in the blended family or trying to blend the family together. So play dates is definitely off if everybody can't get together.
Everybody can't get together. 9 times out of 10, people cannot get together. They do not want to be together. People have not healed from the past relationship. Like, they still possibly want to be with that person, and it's just a mess,
Right.
It's a mess. People have not healed, and they're not in a place to be able to do that, and that's understandable. Understandable.
So what if? I just thought about this. Stick to my mind. So what if they try to blend it together, and now they doing birthday parties together and functions together?
Okay.
So should that person have conversations with the ex. Like they say they in the gathering, everybody gathering and stuff.
I believe
and
so.
And they like kind of like in the corner or something. Should somebody feel some type of, not in the corner, like they just in the corner, but they're like in a space by themselves. Somebody probably thinking like, hey, should I go over there and intervene in this conversation, or because they have been having a long conversation by themselves, is that wrong for them?
I think it should still be boundaries at the end of the day. Right. And if, again,
should be a timer set on that conversation.
I just feel like it should be a conversation already had between the people that's in that relationship to say, hey, this is the boundary. This makes me feel uncomfortable when. But at the same time, I do believe that it should, if the person is comfortable enough to be in that type of setting, I don't think that would be an issue. But I do want to say to people, if you are not that person, and deep down inside you gonna leave with an attitude, or you gonna be sitting there feeling some type of way the whole time, messing up the party, looking at your eyeing them, and like don't even put yourself in that situation.
Saying
and
like,
now you mad.
Nothing's wrong.
Right, nothing's wrong. Everything is cool. Everything is good. But then after the party, every little thing, something happened, and now y'all in an argument about it. This is not for you. Understand that. That's not for you. And it's okay that it's not for you, but don't be pretending.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we should have a birthday party. Yeah, everybody should get
everything good. Ooh, yeah, we doing it for the kids. But at the end of the day, you cussing somebody out after the birthday party.
Yeah, and somebody numb out there because they got to hear everything.
Yeah.
They got to like, why was you talking to them so long? Why you just like, why are you? No, we talking about, we talking about kids stuff and the next function. Like you should have. So should that person invite their spouse over? Like, hey, you should come over if they having a private conversation, or they two having a conversation. Should that person invite their significant other over? Like, hey, come over.
Right. I don't think, again, in that type of situation, I believe that you're already in a space where you're trusting your spouse and there's no issue. So if they see you having a conversation with your spouse, it is your ex. It is not affecting them.
Right.
You should not be doing it if your spouse over there like behind the bush watching you, got binoculars on from the top window trying to read somebody's mouth.
Or using a friend like, hey, yo, go over there and see what they talking about.
Right, then y'all shouldn't be this. You're not in the space to do a function like that. If that's where you at with it, you should not be doing a co-ed function.
Right.
That's just as simple as that. Everybody stop trying to pretend. I don't like when people say, we doing it for the kids. But at the end of the day, it's not even a healthy environment. But y'all trying to do something for the kids. You rolling your eyes. Y'all divided the whole time y'all there. The children can feel that and discern that.
Y'all talking about each other.
Y'all talking about each other at the function. Or you talking about the person in your privacy of your home with the child listening, but then saying, hey girl, oh yes, hey. But your child, no, you don't even really like this person. So no, I don't think that people should be doing stuff like that.
Oh, another thing we can discuss on this. So how does it go when people are introducing children?
What
to
you mean?
Somebody and somebody else. Like, how can I put this? Somebody you don't say, somebody they don't know. And they be like, yeah, I got 2 kids. And that is his child, so that's mine.
Oh, okay.
Stepchild.
Right. No.
So they say that.
Yes, I do. Yes, that's the truth. I understand everybody want to be like, oh, there's no step, there's no half, there's no adopted. The truth is, this is your stepdaughter or son. This is your adopted child. They are half sister and brother. I don't know why everybody want to be delusional and say we're all one. The truth is we're not. The truth is, in society, your child is going to grow up and maybe have to sign some paperwork that says step, half, adopted, foster. That's reality. So just to not teach them that because don't want division, again, there may still be division even when you try to keep them away from that. There's no way that you should just walk around in la-la land.
Or what if they say that and then be like, but we are still family.
That's what I'm saying. You can still tell them the truth.
Right. With being honest and like, hey, but we're still family.
Trying to avoid that makes it look worse to me.
Yeah.
just to say no. There's no possible way for us to say that. I have a stepdaughter. There's no way I can come and say I'm your mother. This is just all us.
Right.
And it's not. That's not the truth. Let the truth be told.
Right.
And that's okay. Like when people ask me how many children I have, I said 5. I birthed 5 children, but I do have a stepdaughter. That's what I say. If somebody get offended about the truth, that's on them. But there's no way I'm gonna say I have 6 children.
Right.
Sometimes I say I have 5, but I have a stepdaughter. Altogether it's 6 or something like that. But just to take on and say I got 6 children.
Somebody petty be like, yeah, I only got 5.
Right, and because it's something that happened there.
Yeah.
It's something that happened with me, but I don't intentionally try to leave her out. But if I know somebody, I'm not gonna stand there and say a childhood friend, say, Eve, how many children did you have? I'm gonna stand there and say I had 6 children. No, I'm not. I'm going to say I have 5 children, and I have a stepdaughter. Altogether, we have 6 children. So if people don't like how I worded or whatever, or I'm causing division and all of this other stuff, I was the person that was trying to keep everybody together at the end of the day.
No, right.
So if it's presented to that, if that's where somebody's mind is, it doesn't matter to me because I know where I'm at with it and who I am and what I tried to do to keep everybody together, to make things work out. I know I put my best foot forward in the situations for the most part, I'm not perfect in the situation, but at the same time, I did my part as trying to be a stepmom.
Right.
I didn't know how to be a stepmom. I just tried to treat her like my own child. And apparently that was the issue. So people, it's almost like it's horrible for the step parent in certain situations because you try to treat the person like your own child. That's a problem. If you treat them differently, not like your own child, that's the problem. So what do you do?
No.
Everything is going to stick to one of them and just not care what people think.
Right. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah. And it's sad for the child. It is. The child it's sad for the children in general.
Right.
It really is. Because they get caught up in how the adults feel about somebody in their feelings about something. And you taking away from your child when you do that. For me, I'm good. Like when my ex-husband got with his new girl and they had a baby and my children came home and they call her mama and stuff like that, I didn't have an issue with that. That's me personally. I'm grounded in my motherhood. You get what I'm saying? Other people are not like that. They feel some type of way or they tell the child, for some reason, the 7 or 8-year-old will be confused about who their mom is. Don't call her mom because she said which mom. And it's just like, she knows who her mom is. Right. I think that's sad. And because that puts in that child like, almost like confusion. And sometimes disrespect for some people because it's like, you ain't my mama. Right. Some people tell their child that. You are not my mom. And now you have division in that household from there. So it's not always planted seeds. So it's crazy. I do not recommend a blended family. I'm just saying. I say that all the time. I do not recommend it. I recommend finding the right person the first time around, getting married, having children, having that just solid family, like not a blended family. Blending families, you got to deal with the mama, the baby mama, the baby daddy, ex-husband, ex-wife. Y'all teaching y'all children different things in the different households and then trying to blend the family and then they, no.
Well, we pray that our services, our help or our knowledge and wisdom.
Our terrible experiences.
Yeah. Can help a lot of people or the next generation not have to go through blended families and stop. This epidemic of blended families going on because people just want to have babies all over the place. So then if you have a baby with somebody, don't work out. Now you're trying to be with somebody else and now you end up with a blended family that it's worse for everybody.
It's worse for everybody. Exactly.
There might be some situations and
that's
some
the 2%.
People, right, that's doing good in a blended family, doing great.
My thing is, no. Right. people want to make it seem like they doing good in a blended family because they don't want to be open and honest about their own emotions and feelings. And some people just sitting there numb about stuff and they're not addressing issues that's really happening in the blended family. So yes, we could look and see like, oh, they look so happy. That's surface. You don't know what's really going on behind closed doors, and most people won't tell you what's going on.
And it could be just like a light switch. One moment is good, the next moment, because it's up to the child. Child could be like, nah, I want to cause problems right now. And then be like, I'm not getting along with my stepsister, not getting along with the other people in the household, and just cause a chaos. Yeah. And the parents trying to bring it all together, like everything gonna be fine. And all it takes for that one child to be like, yeah, I don't like this anymore.
I don't like.
And now it's a whole problem.
Now it's division.
Yeah, because of that child. But we thank y'all so much for tuning in for this long. Same plan.
Y'all locked in to the end.
Locked in. I forgot to say it.
You
Man,
did.
I forgot. If y'all stayed this long, y'all locked in to the end. You know what it is. Buttercup, did you have anything to add? Anything?
It's Allan&Eve, and we are here to help you
Believe y'all. Thank y'all so much. We love y'all.
Love
we
y'all.
out.
Peace.